Okay, Ken, would you like to give your reaction to tonight's result?
I'm hugely relieved, but I'm incredibly grateful to the people of Clwyd South for re-electing me for another 5 years. It's been a huge privilege to serve communities right across the length and breadth of Clwyd South since 2011. I've tried to fight for people as much as possible, but as I said when the result was announced, in the next 5 years, the gloves really are going to have to come off, because I'm seeing people more than ever before who are suffering due to austerity. They're not suffering, they're not having their welfare taken off them by immigrants or by the elderly or by young people or by single mothers. It's through austerity. And I want to be there fighting for as many people as possible to get justice for them.
Following up on that, I was going to ask you sounded almost angry when
Yeah.
you were giving a speech earlier. Where's that anger come from for you?
It reached a peak just over 48 hours ago when I knocked on a door of a bungalow not far from here, and I was about to go and I heard what sounded like shuffling, so I waited, and the door opened and there was a guy who had pretty much dragged himself to the door, who saw who I was, recognised me, and just reached out, grabbed my hand and said, "Thanks for fighting." It emerged that he has had £30 a week taken off him as part of welfare reform, and it's not just the money that's being taken from him, it's his dignity. And I left there thinking that could be my dad, that could have been my brother, it could have been me, and that got me really angry. And sometimes in politics you think, is it worth it? And at that moment I thought, on Thursday I've got to win. People need politicians who are going to fight for them. And equally as tough as it's been for men, vulnerable men and young people and the elderly in the past 6 years, since 2010, it's been even worse for women as well, who have really, I think, all of the evidence, all of the data shows women have been hardest hit by austerity. And yeah, it's got me angry, and I feel quite a bit of fire in my belly right now, and I'm kind of enjoying that because it's given me determination, and you need that, I think, sometimes. When you're getting the arrows thrown at you constantly, you need to be able to remind yourself, even on of those small occasions where you meet one person, you need to remind yourself of what the purpose is.
With the Clwyd South result coming alongside Wrexham here,
Yeah.
Is it more satisfying to a degree that you've beaten the Conservative Party
Yeah.
as opposed to anybody else?
Yeah, without a doubt. And something happened last year. There was an event, and I tried to get on with as many candidates as possible. And the Conservative candidate from my area has been fantastic, honourable throughout, always very friendly. But something happened last year at an event where I'd mentioned that what the UK government was proposing to do to tax cuts was unjust, and it would have an impact on the wider economy of Wrexham. And there was a Conservative candidate there who thought it was really funny what was happening to people who were facing having their tax cuts removed, as though this is just a luxurious extra to their pay packets. And so to secure wins against Conservatives in Wrexham and Clwyd South, I have to say I am pleased. I grew up wanting to fight for justice for people who have been hurt, let down, betrayed by a Tory government, and now I'm able to do it with my colleague Leslie Griffiths.
On a different note, Leslie's mentioned that there's heading back to, I suppose, party HQ locally, shall we say, to perhaps have a small celebration. Is that the same with you?
Yeah.
Is coming up to 5 o'clock in the morning? So
yeah, I might have a little glass of fizz, maybe. I've not drank since, goodness knows, months, and I said I'm going to hold out until after the election.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.